Science Elemental's Compost Stew Lesson Material List and Setup video. Today we're going to be talking about compost. Compost is an alternative recycling method where we take food scraps that are made from organic foods like plants or crops, and we recycle them through the process of decomposition back to new dirt. So that really refreshes and amends whatever dirt is there so that healthy crops can grow and we can enjoy more food. So for this lesson, a couple things that you'll first need. Mary Seidel's Compost Stew, which is a great read, and I think your children are really going to like. Secondly, you're going to need Compost Rot Before My Very Eyes. Sorry, I'm very southern and very punny. So that is a worksheet where we are going to create a working definition of what compost is as a class, and then we're going to create our recipe for compost stew right there. Next, you're going to need the large compost heap, and you can do this. I've done this in a baby pool before. It's really just a combination of dirt, dead leaves, and visible plant scraps that have not decomposed yet. You really want to get a variety of options of those plant scraps that we have. Those asparagus heads, those strawberry tops, orange peels, banana peels, old apple cores, all that good stuff that your students can see. For our demonstration bin, you're going to have 3 different containers. And in each of these containers, you're going to want to have first raw compost, which is very similar to what you created in the big bin here. Raw compost is 1/3 of just plain old dirt, 1/3 of organic plant scraps, again, like we're talking about, banana peels, apple cores, orange peels, anything like that, anything that has not been cooked, baked, or processed. So you're also going to want to have that last third be dead leaves, pine straw, or anything that you basically sweep up or rake up from your yard. Secondly, you're going to have a little bit of worked in compost. And this is, if you don't already have a compost bin, it's okay to have dirt. And if you will go around, again, right after a good rain, get some of those dead leaves. You'll find that underneath there, that has naturally started to compost. So you'll have this great kind of mushy, gushy, almost there all the way compost. That is called working compost. So we first have raw, working, and then finally complete compost. And compost like this is just basically refreshed dirt. You can certainly get this from a natural or organic plant store or nursery. Be careful if you do that you do not get the manure version, because that will smell and not exactly sanitary for students. But really just anything underneath those leaves that is completely gone through. Lastly, you're going to need the mini waste heap. This is a little different from the larger compost heap because, as you can see in here, I've added some things that are not compost worthy. They are not organically grown or plant scraps, and by organic I mean things that come from the ground. Things like bread, cheese, chocolates, and chips or crackers, anything like that that has been cooked or processed, that's good to add in there with those banana peels. I put coffee grounds in here, old spinach scraps, strawberry heads, even some eggshells. Again, you may want to be careful about allergies in the classroom, but anything that's organically grown like that. And then you have your bowls for your students, and I would fill those up with about 1/3 of just plain dirt. And then as they go through their activity, you're going to want to make sure that they choose to put into their stew whatever is compost worthy. So things that you would put into a healthy compost heap, which would not include meat, dairy, or cooked foods. Always remember that's the trifecta, and it's really important because those things can bring about those smelly bacteria or things that might make your compost heap a little sickly. And so you'll have each student pick those out. I like to use tongs. Please feel free to use plastic spoons, and of course you can use old wooden spoons. Some classrooms I've seen have used almost chopstick style picker-uppers. So those are fun too. But any way you slice it, your kids are going to have a great time creating this compost stew. Thanks so much.